Right, so this one's about plants that didn't work out. Some died and some just didn't do well at all where they were. So when I was planting up this bed, I put in 2 phormiums that were roughly the same size. That's the Platts Black. It's absolutely thriving there. And I had a blackadder here, and I couldn't figure out why it was suffering and going backwards, and the outer straps started dying off. And then when I took it up, I had a look at it, there was a stink of urine off it. And it's that guy in there, Max. So I've been watching him, and he's picked specific plants and stuff to piss on. So if you get a male dog, he's going to be cocking his leg on a certain plant. So if you see something that's dying back or not doing well, it's probably that. Then I think he started to move on to this Cordyline Red Star, which was in there. So I stripped a lot of the leaves off that were starting to yellow, and I've planted it here. I will be putting bamboo canes around these. But the other phormiums and Red Star and stuff, they're all doing well. This is another Platts Black. That was doing really well. That's doing well. It suffered a bit from the dogs charging through, but they seem to avoid it now. I did get another blackadder or Platts Black, and I think I had it around here somewhere, and it didn't develop at all. So this phormium here, I think it's called Pink Stripe. This is just done really well. They like it actually dry, on the dry side as well. This is another phormium. It's doing really well. I don't water it, I don't do anything with it. Great colour. That's another Platts Black, and I'm hoping to put a lot of kind of the dark coloured phormiums in. So the one that wasn't doing well over there just on the pathway, I shifted over here, and it seems to have recovered. But I'm going to take this up and I'm going to divide it. I do want more. I'm hoping I can get several plants out of that. So I'm going to take this up and I'm going to divide it. I'm going to leave the big ones the way they are. Right, so some of the trees that I put down, early, when they were really small, like sticks, were these two here. Rouge de Tulier and they were in really bad shape before I took them up. Zero growth on them. And I did have another one. It was called, I think it's called Chocolate Summer. And I had that on a really dry spot up against near the wire there at the chicken pen. That died. Never recovered. So I took these out and I just put them in compost. There's no competition, and I can keep an eye on the water properly close to the water source here, and they've bounced back completely. Another plant that didn't do well, that was over near basically in between all the big bamboos and grasses and stuff, and it was very small when I went down. You can see the first year's growth is really good, and then it went backwards. This is the Cordyline Australis Verde. It's a small dwarf growing, has nice green leaves, like a small version of a Cordyline Australis, but it's after throwing out some growth here. so it hasn't died. So I'm going to I've taken that out this morning, pod that up, and I'm going to leave that in there for the overwinter in the tunnel. Right, so what I learned about the trees is when you bring them in small and they start suffering. I have these acacia trees here, and when they came in they were only like little slips like this, and straight away I decided not to put them in the ground and I potted them up. So like a lot of last year's videos up around the back of the house, these small trees were potted up, and now I waited till they were bigger, got stronger, good strong root system, and I'd say they're hitting over 7 feet now. They are super healthy, looking really good, lovely foliage. The second one is down here. It's in a much drier spot. It's half the size and it's in a shadier spot. It's still very healthy, and I think these prefer to be on the drier side anyway, so there's a lot of competition with roots under the ground here. So I know if you're into the jungle tropical gardening and stuff, by all means plant up your small palms or whatever you want to do, but some of these trees like acacias and albizia, like the albizias up here that I have in the pots, pot them up for a season and bring them on with some Miracle Grow and feed and good compost, because I think it's just too much competition when you plant them in between a lot of these other plants that grow very quickly. This is a Tenax phormium. I'm going to try and take some of this out. I did have 2 of these before and they died. Don't like the wet, but I'd like to get some more of this out and get it potted up. Now some of the palms are temperamental. This Robusta will be coming into the polytunnel. Right, so with the tetrapanics, if you have one and you're looking to get more, and some places are just absolutely criminal, the prices that they charge. But if you've a tetrapanics and you take it out, you cut down around the trunk with the spade, all those roots are going to start throwing up like weeds, popping up out of the ground, and you're going to get dozens of plants. So I'm super happy with this because I want to plant them all around the pathway. I do have some already getting established, but down into the wood as well to get that lovely jungle type canopy. Right, so this is Tenax purpureum or purpurea, and I basically had a look at it, and they can grow like an iris, just flat. And these pulled up by hand, and what I'm going to do now is just chop them off and get them potted up. So here's a phormium, or a flax, that was planted last summer in the field, and it didn't do well at all. It just died back, and there is new growth. I'm just going to tidy this up. So I've moved it out of the field anyway and put it in here. We'll see how it gets on. Right, so I pulled up that clump, that Platts Black that was over there, and lots of roots. It hasn't really gotten settled into the ground yet, like the other ones that were much bigger. So I'm just going to chop all these off before I start dividing them out, make it easier. Right, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a real crappy one here. I'll still stick it in the new topsoil in the pot and see how we get on. So here's the potted up purpurea or purpureum. The Tenax phormium. Right, so here's the New Zealand flax. This is the one, two, three, four, 5. Yeah, that's probably going to die. It looks a bit manky, a bit rotten. See how it gets on anyway. So hopefully they'll be ready for planting up next season. There's a lot of green down around here, but what I'd like to break it up with is that dark purple. They call them a black, but it's really a dark maroon or something, purple colour, and it'll break up the green. And Max, he's watching. Right, so I've just trimmed the back with the secateurs, and hopefully it'll bounce back. It's in between these two trachycarpus. That's one of the nanas. And this is the Waggy princeps. That's going to look very interesting now, a Waggy and a princeps. That's the purebred princeps. I won't expect much for a season or two with that. That's the Waggy nanas. You see all the new growth coming through. They're all doing well there. And this is a Nanus nova. First princeps is doing well over here. It's definitely put on some growth. It's it was the size of that princeps there, which is really small. You can see the size of this one now. This is a purebred princeps. It's starting to develop the trunk down there. It's got that kind of blue grey underneath. Another spear coming up. I was thinking of getting, excuse me, fly in my mouth, another 1 or 2 of them, purebred princeps, and putting them on this side, on the field side, just around here, where the phormiums didn't work out. But it's definitely showing signs of growth. So I think these small palms, once you get them, You buy them small and you put them in, and they get a couple of seasons, a few years in the ground, and they start developing then.